Aileen Yamba with the R.E.A.L project, and I'm excited to sit down here today with Alex Galvez. He's going to be a panelist at our event next week, and we wanted to ask him some questions to prepare you guys for what to expect at our event next week. So Alex, for those agents that don't know you yet, can you share a bit about your background and how you built your real estate business to the level it is today?
Okay, thank you. Eileen, thank you for the invitation. First of all, it's an honor and it's a pleasure also to come here to my office to do this for the agents. And basically, I'm Dominican Republic. I came here when I was 16 years old. I used to work in supermarkets. I used to work in restaurants like McDonald's and all the different places. One of the places that really helped me a lot was to work in a bar downtown, and for about 11 years. And I was able to kind of like read people. I used to talk with a lot of people. I was very, very shy anyway, so I couldn't, I don't know why God put me in that position to be a bartender when I was very, very shy and I didn't want to talk to anybody. I used to get really, really scared. I was so shy that I learned how to dance merengue here in New York.
For the Dominicans out there.
Over there in my country, I didn't know how to dance. I learned how to dance here because I was so shy, so I couldn't, like ask a lady to dance. But I learned here, and and that's how life works. They push into things like God, push into different situations. Or why I ended up working as a realtor when you have to talk to a lot of people. Actually, how it came, through bartending, I learned a lot how to read people, and then my whole thing was to work really hard from the beginning to get what I am, and I was a real estate agent. Then I decided to become a broker, and I decided to open my office, and little by little, that's how I got here.
Nice. And you've been
I've been a top agent for several years. 2016, I was a top agent. Then 2017, 2016 was the Bronx. Then 2017 was the Bronx and Westchester. And now this year, I was here in the Bronx as a top producer for R.E.A.L.
Nice. And you've been an agent for how long?
I've been an agent already. Been practicing real estate for 20 years.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
It's a long time.
You started when you're 15.
Yes. Thank you.
So Alex, I want to say, from what you're saying, the most important thing is people and learning how to help them and read them and deal with them, right? I think that's one of the things realtors don't realize is it's a numbers game. You got to talk, right?
It's a numbers game, Eileen, but open your time to really understand what the person needs. Is not about money. It's about helping the person that is in front of you. And they might not understand. You have to actually clarify and kind of make a picture for them so they can see that they can do things, they can buy, they can sell. You are the one that is going to solve the problem for a lot of people there.
Nice. I totally agree with that. There's been a lot of changes in this market with not only the laws, but interest rates, housing. What's been the biggest mindset shift you've made to keep your business thriving?
I have to change a lot of things, Eileen, to tell you. First of all, to be honest with you, I'm guilty of not really before just going and meeting buyers outside, meeting buyers at the houses and meet them over there because I understand that I was gonna be able to become a friend with them at the house and things like that. So I decided to switch everything around and say, we have to really give better service in order to get compensated with the new law. So what we did was we actually allocated different people, different agents, good at something. I have agents that are really, really good at making appointments and also talking to the buyers. And I have other agents that are really good at showings and selling houses. So I had to create a team to serve my clients better. So since I get a lot of referrals, I knew that I wasn't going to be able to take care of them. So I decided to create a group to actually, if we have a buyer, we're going to sit down with this buyer and explain every detail. And also I created a bunch of videos to supply to my buyers. So when they start the process, I can send them videos about how the process is going to go, how long it's going to take, and everything we're going to do for them. So we bring a lot of value to the buyers, and that's the thing. Those are the things that we have to change. We have to really say, we have to upscale. We have to really, take care of our customers in a different way, at a different level. It's not meeting at the buyer at the house or this and that. No, you gotta come to the office, even have a coffee with a buyer, prospective buyer or seller, and go through the whole process, detail by detail, because people don't know what the process is when you're buying a house. So you have to really dissect it, like they say, pieces by pieces, so they understand what is actually that you're gonna do for them. If you wanna get paid, as a buyer's agent, you really have to bring value to the table.
Right. Now, did that take you a long time to figure out, or you kind of just said, I gotta get this done, and you just ran with it?
I thought about it. I was like, how are we gonna treat this situation? What can we change to make this thing, the process of buying better, and also bring value to the buyer? So I was thinking about how I was gonna do it. And I had to pick the right people, the right agents because what I do, I think, is that I match. There's some things that people don't know. It's like I have to match with the right agents. I had to match my buyers with the right lender. I had to match my buyers with the right attorney. Because if I have a Spanish speaker that doesn't speak English, even though you have the best attorney, I cannot send them over there. I have to send it to an attorney that can speak the language, so they can understand better. Same thing with the home inspectors too.
Yes.
I want a Spanish home inspector for my Spanish speakers. If they don't speak it, if they speak English, I want my attorney, I want my lender, I want my home inspector to speak their language, so they can feel comfortable.
Yeah, and I think that's like really big, especially with the Spanish market, because it's so big. They trust you as an agent,
Yes.
so when you refer someone to them, they expect that person to give them the level that you're giving them, and they trust you. So I definitely think that's super important. So that's nice to hear.
Yeah, one thing is that, when I started doing real estate, the reason why I became a realtor was because I didn't get any service at all when I was buying my first home. I didn't have a good attorney. I didn't have a good lender, or the agent that sold me the house. He was, so I didn't have any support. So what do I have to do? I had to do, you know what? I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna become a realtor, and I'm gonna put the team together. But not a team together of attorneys, lenders, home inspectors. I want to get the best of the best out there. If you are not one of the best, you're not gonna be in my team. You're not gonna get any business from me.
Nice. Alex's business, you better be the best.
That's it. Otherwise, no business, no money, nothing.
No, because it's your reputation.
It's my reputation, and my reputation is being, thanks to God, is being good in the Bronx and Connecticut and Westchester, because that's the thing that I really worry more about, is my reputation.
Right.
And that's big for anybody, and that's how you build your referral business as well. The reason why my business is the way it is because 99.9 is referrals. Buyers, sellers, everyone is referral. So basically, how I build it through years by giving the best service to my clients, and not only thinking about the money, think about how to serve. You are here to serve people out there. That's the way I think.
Nice. So our third question, which is, a lot of agents are struggling right now. What's one strategy or habit that has helped you stay consistent? So I know you got a team, and a lot of us have these great ideas, right? But we don't stay consistent. What has allowed you to stay consistent with this new strategy that you put in place?
I think in real estate, either if you don't have a team, you could do the same thing. You leverage more when you're being around for a little bit, that you have probably money to pay out, or somebody to do this for you, somebody to do that for you, different things. But if you're an agent coming into the industry, maybe you're a seasonal agent and you're not doing that great, I think that there are things that you're gonna have to do that have the money to do it, to pay out, you're gonna have to do it. Like for example, if you need buyers or if you need sellers, right? You know that you're gonna have to do the door hangers. You know that you're gonna have to send the postcard. You know you're gonna have to knock on door. You know you're gonna have to ask for business. You're gonna have to do all this. I mean, I do it anyway, but you're gonna have to do it. Why? Because you create a new business. Remember that you have your own business, your brokerage. So it's not the broker's fault. It's not the owner of the company's fault that you're not doing business. It falls back to you because you have your own business. You got to be out there creating business and doing everything that you have to do because you don't know where the business is going to come from.
Right.
And can I give a little example real quick?
Of course, absolutely.
Well, I tell you that just by, I always say this because people don't do it. If you know that you're gonna go to, I went to one day, it was Mother's Day. Had to buy flowers for my mom, for my wife, and for my mother-in-law, right? So I went to buy flowers and to a place in Trostneck. As soon as I went there, I'm talking to the guy. He's giving, I'm giving him business. Why? Because I'm buying, $200 of flowers for my mom and my mother-in-law. So I told him, listen, here's my business card in case one day you decide, to buy or to sell. Let me know. And he said, oh, sure, I'll keep your business card. And then he told me, you know what? My brother's thinking about selling his house. And, I don't know if it's going to be now, maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, but he's thinking about selling. I said, okay, great. So, let me talk to him. Let me talk to him first and then I'll call you back. Maybe other realtor would have just left it just like that. I was following up with this guy every week. And you know what happened? I sold his house, his brother's house, right? And he gave me 3 more referrals.
Nice.
So within a year and a half, I sold 5 houses.
Wow.
From that business card that I gave to that flower shop.
Nice.
And if you go to the same thing, you give them the business, you get business from them, and change the mentality, think out of the box, and don't do everything that all the agents do. It's the same thing. Like for example, there was a guy selling a house, a person selling a house in Grand Concourse, and there's only 2 houses, and then it's all buildings around. Any realtor that visited the neighbor, because I already have that listing, I wanted to get the other person to sell the listing next door to sell as to a developer.
Mm-hmm.
And all the realtors that went there, Eileen, you wouldn't believe, they were asking the guy, do you want to sell? Do you want to sell? Do you want to sell? All the phone calls. I was the only one that went there and asked the guy, listen, there's an opportunity for you here, selling the house. I think you can get it from them. You should grab it before somebody else comes. And you know what happened? The guy believed me. He wasn't ready to purchase. But just by putting that in his mind, he was like, I'm able to do that. I said, yeah, you can do it. The guy had a bunch of money from cryptocurrency, about $350,000. Took it out and bought the house next door. Now he has 2 properties. You can go 40 to 50 units there.
Wow.
So he's sitting on a gold mine right now. This guy. He took it from the Jewish. I'm sorry. Took it from other people. But what I'm trying to say is like, change your mentality.
Right.
The way you approach people. Don't do the same thing that everyone does. Just be different. Be unique. Be authentic.
That's awesome. I think everyone would think like that. Just sell, but you actually went in giving him a different way of looking at it and basically trying to help him.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. We fall into the same place again.
Mm-hmm.
We were there to help. I was there to help this guy.
Right.
Because we couldn't do anything. One of them had to sell in order to make sense for an investor.
Right.
That's the only way because they got to knock down these properties. But this guy took advantage. Said, you know what, I'm gonna get it. So he got it. And he was able to grab the house. But I offered this property to him first.
Right.
So if you get a listing, all these people around this house, they should know about it.
Mm-hmm.
That you have a listing, and you come in a different way. Listen, call these people. The neighborhood is beautiful, and I'm pretty sure, I don't know if you have a brother or sister or somebody in front of you that wants to move into the area, and bring them over to the new listing that you have in that area. Because somebody from that is the one that's going to buy the house. Most of the time, 90%, somebody from that neighborhood will buy the house.
Right. So high level thinking.
Yeah.
High level thinking. Alex will be joining us next week on Wednesday at the Scarsdale Women's Club for our event. You guys already have learned a lot from him. But Alex, what's one thing that you're excited to share to agents, and what can they expect?
I want to share some really good news, but to be honest with you, what I'm going to share with them, I don't want to say here.
Okay.
I just want to share it to the ones I'm going to show over there, and I'm going to tell them exactly how to do this so they could be very successful in real estate.
So see guys, so make sure to register, make sure to come, and we look forward to seeing you and hopefully you guys learn a lot. Thank you so much, Alex,
See you
for
there.
having us here.